Warm and dry and windy weather around the Bay Area today. Of course, that combination makes for a dangerous situation. You're looking live now from our camera in San Jose, and it's bouncing around a bit, indicating the windy weather outside. The problem increases, of course, fire danger. Jacqueline Bennett standing by in the KRON 4 Weather Center. A red flag warning for us tonight.
Yeah, red flag warning starts in about an hour. We are still seeing warm conditions out there today, but not nearly as warm as what we saw yesterday. But that's going to change. Tomorrow it's going to be warmer. The winds are going to be picking up. It's going to be drier. So that is the trifecta of fire concerns. Right now, it is still warm, though. Santa Rosa, 86 degrees, 85 in Napa, 85 also in Livermore. Down in the South Bay, we're sitting at 82 in Sunnyvale. Definitely more comfortable for our East Bay shores and the peninsula this afternoon, with temperatures ranging in the 70s. Winds right now aren't too bad. We're seeing winds in the teens for the most part. These are sustained winds. We're seeing some gusts in the 20-mile-an-hour range, but the winds are going to be picking up tonight, and it's already drying out. Our relative humidity right now, you can see in the single digits up in Fairfield, 10% in Napa, 10% in Livermore. Anything under 30% really is quite dangerous, and that's the concern that we have going forward. So a red flag warning has been issued for portions of the North Bay Hills. We're also seeing the East Bay Hills affected, the Diablo Range. This starts in about an hour, and KRON 4's Chuck Clifford is live in the East Bay Hills to tell us a little more about the red flag warning there. Chuck?
Well, at the moment, I'm standing along Grizzly Peak Boulevard here in the Berkeley Hills, just above Cal, and it's maybe 74, 75 degrees out here. It's very nice. Now, we haven't had too much wind here this afternoon, although, as you just said, those winds are expected to pick up a little later this evening. It's also very dry out right now, and if you look behind me here, it looks pretty green on the hillside, but that's actually very deceptive. Now, let's take a look at some video that I shot earlier today so I can show you what I'm talking about. If you get in close, you can see that there is a lot of that fresh grass coming up, but if you take a look below the grass, down on the ground, it's very dry. There's a lot of dry material on the ground up here, and that's because so far in this year, in 2013, has been one of the driest years so far on record here in the Bay Area, even going back to the gold rush days. So there's a lot of dry material on the ground, and this red flag warning is in effect for the East Bay Hills and also the North Bay Mountains above 1,000 feet. That includes Mount Tam, Mount Diablo, and they're expecting the winds to be between 20 and 35 miles per hour, gusting up to 60 miles an hour. And if you take all those things into account, the high winds, the dry conditions, the fuel on the ground, it creates a very dangerous fire situation. I have seen fire crews going along Grizzly Peak Boulevard here, keeping an eye out for any problems, and the National Weather Service and the fire departments are asking people, if you're outside working with flames or you're burning anything, be very careful, because conditions are ripe for a fire to break out. Here in the East Bay, Charles Clifford, KRON 4 News.
Firefighters say they have a brush fire burning outside Vacaville, now 100% contained. This is video from our helicopter partnership with ABC 7 News. You can see that fire burned about 1.5 acres just north of Vacaville before the crews got a handle on it. Officials say the fire started while a resident was mowing a lawn, and that mower might have caused a spark when it struck a rock.